Hi, welcome back to the channel where we talk everything fashion and gear related. My name is Peter and today we do part 3 of the in-depth cine setup series. So this gimbal setup will truly offer you everything that a pro will need in a cinema environment. On top of that, it's very small, compact, for travel purposes, and in theory, it's the least expensive option for a pro setup. Today we have the white red Komodo. This is my my gimbal, red Komodo basically. This is fully spec'd out to be used on gimbals. This is for a big part the exact same kind of setup as I did in my part 1. So if you want to see that, watch it here or here. The only addition that I have with this to that particular build is actually this. So this arm, this is also a GDU arm, Global Dynamics United arm, that also houses a 50mm rod holder. Now this on the side is a cold shoe from SmallRig, small one, and I use this to mount my wireless Go. I also have a Rode 3.5mm jack to millimeter jack here on the build, because this arm actually blocks the port to access it. So I have this always attached to the camera, and this is a SmallRig carbon fiber rod, and yeah, Timmy ribs, 90mm NATO reel, and of course a Arca Swiss plate on the bottom. So there is of course a difference in power. If you've watched my ecosystem video, you'll know that for the gimbal setup, I use BP-955s. In order to mount the lens to the camera, let's attach the RF to PL adapter from DZO that I got. It's the PL to RF adapter. It's called the Octopus adapter. Of course, link in the description. Now, what I did with this mount is I removed the feet. There is a feet under here. And I did that because it gets in the way when using it with the gimbal. Now let's attach the lens. This is the 35 vespid prime PL, and as I showed you with the mist filter, cope filter from DZOfilm, gives you that beautiful artistic look. I use this on a gimbal with a matte box. The matte box that I showed you in part 1 and part 2 as well. This is the Tilta Mirage. Now you do need a step-up ring, but this one, the 77mm, is provided when you purchase the matte box. This is the Nucleus Nano. I have 2 pair of these. As you can see, this one is the A version for my A cam, and I have one for the second Komodo as well. So here we go, attach. And because they're USB powered, you can power them from the RS2, which is obviously a huge plus. So attach the matte box. And this is the camera build that we're doing. Now the ring is what we're gonna start with, because the ring itself is something that you'll buy. This is the advanced ring, it's carbon fiber, and it comes with these 2 handles for which you have recording and focus, and basically the controls that the RS2 offers you as well. In addition, I got this. This is the V-mount plate that allows you to use a V-mount to power the gimbal, to power the ring, and all attached accessories without any cables. As you can see here on the back, it has these pins that will connect with these pins or these ones. You can choose. You can either put it onto the lower part of the gimbal or on top. You have 4 of these points in either the basic ring and the advanced ring, like this. The way I mount this plate is facing forward, so like this, and you can see it sticks right in. It's nice and secure. I think that if you're using this in this way and you're using a cinema camera on this setup, it's an essential part. So it's a bit of a shame that it's not included with at least the advanced ring. Next up is the handles. So I use this one for focus because I have 1 motor. And then here is your recording. So hold it, focus, record, and here you can change your modes. And this is basically the top part of the gimbal. Let me put it a bit sideways. And this is where I put my power distribution plate. Let me attach it first. Now the ring is assembled. We're gonna attach the power supply unit, and on the bottom of the power supply unit you have these two pins. This is the power, and then you have the corresponding, you know, this one is also right here. So you know how to put it correctly. So put it on the gimbal. Let it slide in, and as you can see, it fits neatly. And that's basically all there is to it. And this is also an optional extra that you have to buy separate from the ring itself. And that allows us to now mount one of the most obvious things that belong to this build, the RS2. This is the plate that I use. I bought the, let me see, this is the small rig one. Yeah, so this is a small rig base plate for the RS2. I do use the original lens support that came with the RS2. And now it's actually time to put on the camera. Beautiful setup with a matte box, a lens, and a follow focus motor. I did one specific modification that I got a lot of questions about, and that is this Tilta Power distributor, because I wanted to mount it right here. And now I have the option to use multiple DTAP ports. Something that has to be said about these DTAP splitters is that it can be dangerous to use them, because it's a single port that it goes into and then you split it up. So don't put too many devices with a high power draw on this. Now you have this small cable strap, because that keeps the cable nicely together. And then this connector goes into the back right here. And now it's a very tight and neatly packaged setup. Monitor, shinobi SDI monitor mount from small rig, and a small NATO reel on top. And this is the Atomos, battery eliminator. And you can attach this right here onto the monitor. And then if you get one of these cables, I got the ones from Lampard, I believe, and it goes into here. And then I loop it around, I think once, because this is quite a short cable. And then you find the right DTAP hole and put it in. We're gonna attach a SDI cable from the monitor to the Red Komodo. And this is a thin SDI cable from Zacuto. And I bought this a long time ago. But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't find them anymore, at least not here in the Netherlands. So this is provided with the Nucleus Nano kit. It's a USB-C cable to micro USB, I think. Sorry if I am wrong. And that goes into the Nucleus Nano, and you can put this into one of these three USB-C ports right here. And this is a run-stop cable from Tilta. This is the specific one for the Red Komodo. And I use this to trigger the recording from the handle through the Nucleus Nano, which then communicates by this end with the Red Komodo. And lastly, we're gonna need this. This is basically the wireless controller that communicates with the RS2 and then the ring setup or float setup, for example. V-mount attaches right here. Okay, and that's the build. This is everything that there is to know about my cinema style gimbal rig for Red Komodo. Okay, let's jump into the second part of this video. Here is where we cover wireless transmitting and follow focusing for your rig. So here they are. This is the Vaxis kit and this is the Teradek kit. The Teradek system is the most expensive one, but it's also zero latency. It offers you more connections like SDI in and out. And the Vaxis kit offers more of a quick, easygoing, run and gun style experience. So the one major drawback of this system is that it has latency. So when you use a follow focus system and you're watching this monitor and you watch the camera feed, it's going to be different. And I want to just quickly show you that. All right, and as you can see, I have now connected my transmitter to the camera and my receiver to the monitor. And as you can see, we have a feed. Now, you can see this monitor right here. And what I'm going to show you is when I zoom in and out, you can see that there is a bit of delay between what you see on the monitor and what you see on the big field monitor right here. All right, and now for the smaller monitor. Okay, and as you can see here, you can see the delay. And that's basically the only downside that this system has to offer. This is the Teradek system, the receiver, and here the transmitter on the camera. And as you can see, no latency. And this basically means that we can use this to pull focus because it has no delay. Right, and here it is the Bolt RX, and as you can see again, no latency. I hope that showing you both these systems helped you out. And by the way, the Vaxis system also has an application where you can use the app on your phone to also monitor your feed. Now we go over the Nucleus M and the Nucleus N. And this is because the Nucleus M is a more industry standard, professional system, and the Nucleus Nano really focuses on being lightweight and small. Both systems offer really a different style of using your follow focus, being it more traditional and more all-round, everything covered, or very specific like in the case of the Nano. So let's jump in and let me show you what I've got. Now I have two systems here from Tilta. This is the Nucleus M system. This is one of the motors from the Nucleus M. And this is the Nucleus Nano. As you can see, a massive difference in size. And the biggest difference between these two motors to me are the power. The Nucleus M motor is way more powerful. It has a lot more torque, so it can do heavier setups, heavier lenses, and it also has the ability to be linked by these two LEMO ports, so you can use multiple motors chained together. So you can, on a single focus unit, you can use multiple motors to control, for example, your focus, your zoom, and your iris. And with the Nano, as far as I know, you cannot do that. So it's a single motor, single controller. Now I have the Nucleus Nano hooked up. So as you can see, this is the power USB cable that's gone into the V-mount battery on the back. And this is a run stop cable. So if I press this record button, this camera will start recording. And like I said, I have this monitor. I'll just slap it in and have this very neat focus pullers monitor. So you can look at the monitor, you can pull focus like so, and you can start stop recording. As you can see, we started recording now and we stop. Now I have hooked up the Nucleus M system, and as you can see, we have zoom and we have iris. There you go. So yes, that's the FIS unit. In comparison to this one, it's a very massive difference. Also, this unit feels more premium. It is smoother. It's a bit more responsive. It's more sensitive. So this truly is an upgrade. But the beautiful thing of this system and the Nucleus Nano system is that either the handle that comes with the Nucleus M kit or this FIS control unit, you can pair them with the Nucleus Nano as well. So if you like this or you have both and you want to use this, you can use it on your Nano as well. And that's also why I just wanted to show you both instead of giving you the one that I use on that particular setup. I just want to give you options and show you the different types of motors in this case that you can use for your setup to control your cinema lenses. So I hope that this video covered a lot of useful information for you, and I hope that this video was in any way helpful to improve your kit, whether you're starting out or just want to add on to the kit that you already own. Let me know in the comments down below what you use and if this video gave you some inspiration to change up the setup. So this will or is a 3-part series for now. Maybe there's more coming. I don't know. We can always add on to this series, I feel like. Now I hope to at least see you in the next part of this series. For now, later.